Hello viewers, welcome to Mother and Daughter Relationships. This is the place where we get to talk about all the interesting things that happen in the relationship between a mother and her daughter. And I'm your host, Mandy Manyeruke. Today with me, I'm joined by Pastor Sarah Marasha. She's a philanthropist and a journalist. Pastor Sarah, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mandy.
I am so excited to have you today because the topic that we're going to be talking about, it is a very heated topic amongst women. We're talking about marriage. Pastor Sarah, what is the role of a mother when it comes to nurturing their daughter in marriage, preparing them for marriage rather?
Okay. A mother plays a bigger role in terms of preparing, be it marital, be it, just raising a girl child.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So a mother is the bigger picture in everything.
That's
in
very
the
true.
life of a girl child. So it doesn't have to be like, mana akunororwa and you sit her down. I want to believe she plays a role of preparing your daughter into marriage from the word go, from birth.
Wow.
Why? Because I'm a woman, she's also a woman. So it's not about what I say, but it's about what I do.
Wow.
So in nurturing her, like she's growing up and we are growing together. And she has to follow my footsteps, the footsteps of your mother, not just kuzongoti mwanaku yenda saka, I want to believe that's why many marriages are putsika because mwanazo ngotorwa last minute, this is how it's done in a marital home, this is how you handle your husband, this is what. But tikadzokera kumashure from birth, the way I live, the way I talk, the way I mingle, be it kuchechi, in the society, the way I treat my husband, the way I talk to my children. At the end of the day, it matters and it contributes to the person wanda kutarisira kuti akupindawo into a marital home kana kuti akuzonororwawo.
Wow.
So I can basically say that as a mother, you've got a bigger role to play in upenyu hwemwana musikana, kumugadzirira nekumuumba. It doesn't basically need to be a great wife.
Okay,
but
that's interesting.
A great woman. There is no great wife
without the great. I love that one.
So it's not just about Takumo prepare for her to be a great wife, but she has to be a great woman so that she becomes a great wife and a great mother.
You know what I love the most about you, Pastor Sarah, is that you're not just a mother, as in being a biological mother, a person who's given birth to children, but you're also a mother in the sense that you're a mother of faith, a mother in faith. So I think that makes your responsibility a lot more heavy, because then if a mother in the home has this responsibility, we've got believers these days, you'd find someone would be going through something in their marriage and their own biological mothers don't even know what they're going through. Asi mama mfundis vanenge vachiziya zvese. So let's take it there. As a mother at that level, what is your responsibility? Because we're hearing a lot of cases that are very negligent, whereby someone is just getting this advice from someone that they're looking at as their mother. It's something that I think mothers in faith should not just take lightly, because someone might actually just believe in what the mother in faith is saying and not what their biological mother is saying. So take us through that, the responsibility of being a mother to so many daughters and how to go about it.
Yeah, being a pastor, a mother in the faith, besides being that, God has blessed me with daughters. I only have daughters. So it's something that, it's not just about giving advice to to my daughters in the faith.
Yes.
But it's also about how I would want my daughters, my own biological daughters, you know, kuti vazotedzerawo kana kuti vazoitawo.
Okay.
So yeah, because chisingazikanwa nevanhu is that as especially as pastors, you know, vanhu vane kaikai kuti, you know, pastors are always right, you know, they think maybe because they are pastors, so they're not human, they're not as
so you're saying that in as much as any other mother has their own weaknesses, a mother in faith also has her own weaknesses. Yes. And these daughters also need to acknowledge that mama vatorione pavo pavanotoda kutokundiswawo.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, tese takangofanana.
Wow.
You know, it's changoti siyanisa is our calling. Chete.
Wow.
So because ndinoteererwa sterek as the mother of in the faith, as a pastor.
Yes.
Now it's not all about, you know, mwana auya ne situation to me, or akuda kuenda kunororwa. It's not just about I need to impose, you know. Pane time ekuti you need to be real. Even ndiri mindfulness ndinoziva bhaibheri nekuita sese, but there are things that, you know, you just need to address them as, you know, as they are.
Apo pekuti real pari important apo, because you hear a lot of people kuti anenge akutaura kuti ndakaenda kuna mama vakanditi namata. Havana kutaura kuti mwanangu pawatsika napapa mumba mako apapo, you can do this, chinja zvakati, zvibatsire zvakati, do this better. Viewers, let's go for a break and come back and discuss this amazing topic. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Pastor Sarah, we're just talking about something that is just so interesting about being a mother of faith and having these daughters look up to you in terms of getting their marriages to work and helping them resolve their issues in marriage and the responsibility that just comes with it. Toti, so many cases, the infidelity in marriage. As a mother in faith, if your daughter comes to you, mama, these are the things that are happening to me. You're saying that you need to be real. Our mothers in faith being real with their daughters when it comes to issues like this.
You know, there's a say that, you know, in the African community or the black community always say, Begezela makoti.
Okay, what does that mean? Oh, wow.
Despite what you're going through, you know, chingogara. Well, I believe as a mother of faith, samai wakajara and also semwana akaberekwa. Ayisinya yekungoti, you know, mun awe ne problem yake. I should preach, I should judge. You know, gona kuterera. You should be able to listen, be able to love. Don't preach. Don't judge.
Wow.
As much as, you know, you know, I'll say what your husband is doing, you know, you know, so yes, we encourage them to pray. And actually, inini as a mother of faith, chandinga toita is I should be quick to pray and slow to speak.
Okay, that's interesting.
You know, before I tell you what to do, I should ask you, what do you think you should do?
That's amazing, because I was going to ask you, where do we draw the line in terms of helping these daughters in faith when they come with their marital problems to you as mother of faith? You know, because there are times where it becomes imposing decisions, you know, on women. Like I came across a very sad issue on social media where a woman had just contracted sexually transmitted disease from her husband, and you know, she went to consult at the clinic. They said they should use protection until the husband is treated. Then she went to the mother in faith, and the mother in faith said that no, manangu, you cannot tell your husband to use protection. It does not happen. But I'm saying, are we doing justice to the daughters? If it were your biological daughter, was that the same advice that you would give them? I don't know. This is just my thinking.
Well, no wonder why vanhu vakawanda iko zvinezvi, you know, they end up, they are bitter.
Very.
Most, especially women.
Oh,
They are
yes.
bitter. You know, because mama mufundisi vakanditi this. At the end of the day, andisikuda kumufungira zvekuita.
Yes.
But I need to be real.
Wow.
You know, zvinhu zvikuitika on a daily basis, you know, people are being abused.
They are.
But at the end of the day, awanei out of it.
Yes.
Azorwara, anongondi blame again. So as much as yes, you know, protection is also don't use that, but it's not my decision to tell. It's not my place to tell you what to do. AIDS is there.
That's true.
HIV is there. There's sexually transmitted diseases. They are there. You know, let's come to the real world and let's be real, you know, in some of the things. It's not every time that I need to be spiritual, as much as, yes, we are spiritual beings, but it's not every time that I just need to impose, you know, blessing. Yes, it gives us guidance, but at the end of the day, there is AIDS there. And andisikuda kuti mwana wevaridzi abatwa ne-AIDS because inini mama mfundisa, I told you kuti you cannot tell your husband to use protection.
You know, this situation is very, very tricky because even when it comes to issues of domestic violence, we've got women who are experiencing very traumatizing things and they go to mother in faith. You know, kunyazoti ndikuenda kuna mama vachandibatsira, and then we end up having these women kutouraiwa chaiko nemurume because of my imposed you know, judgments anenge aitwa namama aya. So, you know, what is it that you can say to other mothers in faith, to their daughters, in terms of handling these very delicate issues, you know?
Well, I think let's get to a time whereby we say that statement, Vekezela Makoti, should come to an end.
Wow.
People are dying. I know of so many women, you know, that have died due to domestic violence. You know, Arkurowa. I end up tsungirira, it shall be well. Of course, andimuudze kuti rambana, but ngandimuudze kuti that can also be an option. Divorce can also be an option, you know, when the situation is really bad. Just come to think of it. Daiwonga uriwe iwewe. Being beaten 24/7, you know, every time your husband comes back home, urukutorowa cheti. You know, there's a couple that I know, kutoti vanototi kuvana baba vanototora vana vombo vaendesa pamainini because baba wants to deal with mama.
That is sad.
Of which that's not right.
That is sad.
And then inini, as a mother of faith, every time I'm telling you, you know, chimbo shinga mwanangu, it shall be well. Ngatimbo shika ipa time. Just ask yourself, kuti vanhu vangani, you know, that are coming to church every Sunday, that I'm preaching to, but that are going back warm, bitter. And vari kunyatsoziva kuti panapa unozoti pane munhu anotodemba kuti dai ndamboramba ndiri panapa, because going back to that place,
it's miserable.
But ngatingoita, put all that into consideration. Yes. You know, pane pekuti ngatingo torai zviri kuitika, as much as we may not want to admit kuti zviri kuitika, but ndo zviri kuitika. Vanhu vari kurohwa vachifa, vanhu vari kurohwa vachikuvara, vakawanda varemara, not because they were born like that, but varemara because of domestic violence. Vanhu vakawanda vafa not because it was their time, but vafa because of domestic violence. So what can we do to avoid all that? My fellow mothers in the faith, my fellow pastors, yes, just batanidzwana Mwari, let no man put us under, but you know, ngatingosvika ipa time yekuti tingozvigamuchira kuti ndizvo zviri kuitika, and let's help as much as we can whenever possible. Kana pasiri kugarika, muudze kuti mwanangu, hapasi kugarika, you know, better things can come than
Pastor Sarah. Viewers, let's go for a break and come back and finish this amazing heated topic with Pastor Sarah. Welcome back. Pastor Sarah, you've just enlightened us in just so many different ways in terms of this relationship of a mother in faith and her daughters. Because I think it's a relationship that people do not really talk about, but it has a lot of impact in people's lives, because ana mama maimfundisi ndo ana mama vari kutonyanyonzwikwa mazuva ano, you know. So in terms of this issue of marriage, mambotaura pekutanga mukati imimi as a mother mwana haatange kungodzidza nekuda kwezvandiri kungomuudza. As a mother in faith, is it something that that you also implement or think of, that the way that I am handling myself as a mother, I'm also teaching other mothers how to also be a mothers. I'm also teaching other young women how to be a wife, and you know, they are mimicking after you. Is there something that you also, you know, think about?
Yeah. Just a few days back, you know, there are people that, you know, vanenge vachikutera but from a distance, not knowing. So this person just says, you know, I just have to confess, you are my role model. I feel I want to be a mom. And I was like, you want to be
What do you
a
mean?
mom?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? So she then said, you know, I just love, you know, matambiro amunoita nevana venyu.
Okay.
You know, and so yes, we like I said before, we do have a bigger part to play when it comes to vana vakawanda, be it vana vesangano, nene. So the way I handle myself as a mama mfundisi, and the way I handle myself, andifare kukanganwa kuti I'm still a mother. Vanevana.
Oh, this is interesting. What you're saying is that you're not just supposed to, you know, focus on just these daughters in faith and get so overwhelmed by just this and neglect what is happening in your home. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Am I getting you right?
Yes.
You can go on.
And see kungoti, you know, at the ndiri mai anditi vanevana vangu, and also vakanditarisa, you know, those that look up to me. So pandiri ku deal with both, you know, pane zvezvokuti vanhu vakawanda vanoti kana mwana wesangano akachata, they see a miracle ipapo, kana kuti mwana ari kuchengetwa, mwana musikana ari kuchengetwa namai mufundisi, akanzi ari kuchata, they say it was a miracle wedding.
Okay.
But kana when it comes to my own daughter, or my biological daughter,
Yes.
it's not a miracle.
It's not a miracle.
It's something chavari kutongoti,
Okay.
you know, it was.
It's given.
It's given.
It's obvious.
It has to be. It has to happen. So
okay, that's interesting. I didn't know about that one.
So dinebasa rekuita, and the moment yanda realized that, you know, ndofanira kuziva, you know, how to handle and also kubalansisa kwese, because there are people that are looking up to me, samai, and vari kuda kutedzerawo zvandiri kuita inini. Matauriro, like I said before, mabatiro andiri kuita. I cannot be a good mai to the church only, or to vana vesangano church when I cannot be a good mama kuvana vangu.
Pastor Sarah, when you were saying the words that you were saying to me, something has just, you know, come up to my mind. I'm thinking in the home in your home as a pastor, right? You're raising your daughters. Are you giving them room to become who they want to become? Because we hear a lot of things whereby, you know, kachingozvarwa chete kamwana katoka prophetess, akaka worship. But maybe as they grow older and they get to understand themselves and establish themselves, they want to do something totally different outside the church. So as a mother, how do you handle situations like that?
I think azvina kushata hazvo, you know, mwana azvarwa, then you call a worshiper, prophetess, whatever. It's something that I would want to see my child doing.
Okay.
And todzokera kusoko raMwari, the Bible says, train up a child the way he should go. so that when he grows, he won't depart from it.
Mm-hmm.
And training means you are starting from putting words into the mouth of the child.
Okay.
Achikura, so pamwe pachena kuitira kuti kana nyange akazokura akumatintino anongorangarira kuti
hanzi ndiri prophetess
even though it's chinhu chekuti iko zvinezvi
Yes.
chero not just kungoti mwana chete azvarwa matitles, it's something chekuti I don't know, maybe vanhu takuzviita kunge
zvareruka
kana kuti zviri transmitted or something.
Oh, like it's passed on. Like
Yes,
even if it's your spouse, even
because I'm a pastor,
That's
so my
interesting.
child Nayo should
Yes.
be a pastor, and because ndiri prophetess, so my child should do the same. But ngatisakanganwe kuti as much as ndazvara, they have the fruits of my womb. Kudanwa kwedu kwakatosiyana, and zvatakadanirwa kuti tiite here on earth zvakatosiyana. Maybe she was not born to be a prophetess. Maybe Mwari havana kumusarudza to be a worshipper. But pamwe vakamudedzawo to be a business manager or something else. So I need to look at all that. Ndisangoimposa, my gifts pamwana wangu, takasiyana.
Okay.
So kungoziva izvozvo kuti we are different.
I love that acknowledgement. Mumba menyu ma-acknowledge amama, ma-acknowledge mwana wangu musikana uko. Are different, are called, outside the church and things like that. What about when it comes to the society? Society yakuti kamwana kamfundisi kakuacta madrama, kamwana kamfundisi kakumodela. How do you deal with those kind of towards your daughters as a mother? How do you handle that societal pressure?
Well, I don't know kuti say vanhu tichizofunga kuti because imhuri yamfundisi. So already tichizosara tichipinda mucommunity, everyone anotori ka lifestyle kaatotigadzirira, how we should eat, how we should talk, how we should dress, how we should mingle.
So how are you handling that? How would you handle that pressure? But
I want to believe kuti, like I said before, at the end of the day, tese tiri vanhu, samfundisi akangofananawo a police officer, akangofananawo na medical doctor,
okay,
akangofananawo na teacher. But chazongosiyana ndechekuti mfundisi is handling the spiritual, ndi teacher, ndi doctor, but in the spiritual,
Okay.
So mwana wamfundisi azoita izvi, mwana wamfundisi azodai. At the end of the day, ane upenyu wake. So as much as I can give guidance, as much as chandiri kungofarira kungoita is to pray for my children.
Pastor
and
Sarah,
also,
what do you have to say to the viewers in terms of understanding you as a mother in faith, and also understanding you and your daughters and how the dynamics of your mothering, the relationship between you and your daughters in the church and things like that? What is it that you want people to understand at the end of the day?
Well, I want them to understand that we are human. With
emphasis.
Saka, don't expect much, from as much as we are role models and we thrive, kutitive better each and every day. God being our guidance and the word of God richititungamirira nekudi. But inini zvandakasarudza kuita neupenyu hwangu nezvichaitwa nemwana wangu zvinhu zvakatosiyana. That's
just amazing. Pastor Sarah has said it in an amazing way. Pastor Sarah, this was just an amazing conversation. Hans, at the end of the day, we need you to understand tiri vanhu. They're human. Their way that they mother their daughters is the same way that you mother your daughters. Thank you very much for joining me.